So I'm sharing my screen again. Confirm you can hear my screen. So please, I want you to just be patient with me. It's going to be worth your time, and I feel whatever I want to discuss today is a very important foundation for many of us as young people when it comes to our finances. Uh, these are things I wish I knew some 15, 20 years ago as a person, and it's what I'm trying to share with you. I feel like it's going to help you as a young person to be able to start early, really, really start early as a young person and be able to, you know, and the fundamental, the core, what I'm trying to teach, will apply to your finances and many part of your life as a young person. So, just feel that. Let me know how you are feeling. So, I want to know what your emotional weather is like. Is it sunny? Is it snowy? Is it rainbow? Just use the link I sent in the chat now. There's a link in the chat. Let me know how you are feeling this morning. I want to know the people I'm talking to so I can kind of connect with you guys. So let me
Okay.
know what your emotional weather looks like this morning. Just use me. Just put one word. I'm checking my end now. Uh, yeah, I'm checking my head now. I can see the feedback. Just bring it coming. And if you know someone that should be on this chat, share with them. Share with them. Someone is typing unintelligible words. Please, snowy, raining. I can see. Okay, let me share what I can see so you can see also. Okay, snowy, raining. Um, please, if you are the one doing HDDDH, please don't do that. Just use the template I shared now to share how your morning looks like. So if you're happy and excited, you can put sunny. If you are relaxed and peaceful, you can put snowy. If you are hopeful, you can put rainbow. If you're sad and lonely, you can put raining. If it's stormy, frustrated, you can put stormy. If it is windy, you're ambitious and stressed, you can put windy. If you're confused and depressed, you can put foggy. If you're grumpy and sick, you can put cloudy. So let me see what the result is like from and some people have still not filled it. I want you guys to participate. We have another quiz immediately after this, and I might be in a very, very, good mood concerning this. So, okay, so let's move to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide of our presentation. Of our presentation. Uh, so I want us to quickly do this quiz. I want us to do this quiz. So I'm posting another link in the chat. I want you to take a poll for me. Let me know what you will pick. If I want to give you money now, which I might decide to give to someone on the call, if you want that me, or I should give you 15 naira that doubles for the next 10 days, which one will you do? So you can check the chat now. Oh, Emmanuel could not access it. Check the chat now. I just put a link there. Fill in the link and let me know what will you pick. Will you rather pick 5,000 naira now, or should I give you 15 naira that will double in uh okay, so I've started the poll. Now. So will you rather take 5,000 naira now or 15 naira that doubles for every 10 days? I'll call one person to tell me what they will. So if all I can make you understand today is this for 100 like how I'm done for like yeah. Will you rather take 5,000 naira or 15 naira doubles for the next 10 days? For the next 10 days, what will you pick? So if I want to do a giveaway now, and I'm saying the option is for you to take 5,000 naira, I will transfer it to your OP account now, or I should give you 15 naira that doubles in 10 days. What will you pick? What will you pick? I've seen 4 votes, and we are almost 20 on this call. So I want at least 10 people to vote. If there's any challenge with using the link, let me know. What will you pick? What will you pick? I'm checking the results here. I just have 4 votes. I want all of us to participate. We have 5 votes now. What would you rather take? 5,000 naira now or 15 naira doubles every day for 10 days? Testimony, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Please, sir, considering the network issues, we have like 35 minutes for the presentation. Then we'll go into the question and answer session.
Okay. When I have 5 minutes more or 10 minutes more, you can just let me know, please.
All right, sir.
Just let me know, please. Okay. So we have 6 votes, 4 more votes. It's important for me to know where we are now, and this question is a leading question. It's meant to help us think and probably do our mathematics, and in such a way that we get. So when somebody calls you and say, give me 100 naira, say it be just 100 naira, or you're wasting 500 naira, it be just 500 naira. When you understand the power of compounding, you'll be able to see money differently. You'll be able to see money for what it is and be able to appreciate how little can make an ocean. Little drop of water can actually become an ocean for you. And the strategy in which very wealthy people have used to build wealth over time. And this same strategy can be used for any other thing, because almost everything we do compounds. Almost anything we do. So I have 6 people who have voted. I think I have to move on now because of our time. So this is the result of the votes, and I'm happy with what I'm seeing. So I'm happy. So this is, I believe you guys can see the result of, okay, I've not shared. This is the result of the vote. 6 people voted for let's my 15 naira double every day for 10 days. Now, if you picked that, this is what you're going to get in 10 days. So this is what you're going to get in 10 days. So if you see my screen, so if you would rather have 5,000 naira, you just get your 5,000 naira. But in 10 days, 50 naira will become 25,600. You can see the progression on your screen, how the money will grow. So, but in real life, your money will not grow like this. It won't double. It might be 10%, it might be 20%, it might be whatever percent. But incrementally, your money gets to do better as the day goes. So whatever profit you get in 5 days is not the profit you get in 50 days. It becomes way more powerful. And such also applies to knowledge. So if you are, you're growing academically and all like that, you might be struggling at a point. When it gets to a point, you get better, you get really good at it. Addition, it will be multiplication in a sense. That is what it's going to be for you. Let me use an example that can help us very well. I don't know if anybody goes to the gym here. If you go to the gym and you like to go to the gym and you carry a lot of dumbbells, the first day you go to the gym and they give you some dumbbells to carry, after you carry it, you feel a lot of pain. It's so painful and you don't want to go back there again. And you go to the mirror and go and check your biceps, you see that nothing is there. Or you look at your stomach and you still see that your stomach is still big. that there's really no significant change in you the first day. So that is it becoming 100 naira. 100 naira is still chicken change now. The next day it moves to 200 naira. It still cannot buy you a bottle of Coke. A bottle of Coke is 500 naira. So it still feels like it's insignificant. The third day you go to the gym, you carry the dumbbell, no changes. In 1 month, you will still not feel as if you are doing anything. But you know what you're doing? It's compounding. It's making more sense. You're growing a habit, one, and you're growing capacity. So for every day you show up to carry those dumbbells, you are becoming fit. Though it is not visible, those they can still be mocking you and be saying, see fat boy. Like, look at how fat he is. But what you are doing is that you're building a future that will soon become your desired future. You are becoming a millionaire right from time, right from that day that you started. And the day, every day you keep showing up, you keep saving the money. It looks like it's small money, 100 naira. I can just quickly go and buy biscuits. I can quickly go and buy meat pie. I can quickly do anything I like with it. What you are doing is that you are voting for the present and denying yourself of the future. And that is the power of compounding. So, and this applies to almost anything you do. The first day you read is not the day you are academic performance will move from being worse to very brilliant. No, but with progression. I've seen people that when we were young in primary school, I know somebody that is my family member. When we were young, repeated a class and almost finished the first class when he was in the university. But by the power of compounding, he keeps reading, he keeps focusing on what he needs to do consistently. When he did his work, he cleared it once. And this is someone that repeated primary school. It's ridiculous to repeat primary school. Very ridiculous. They used to push everything. But they could not even push him. That's how bad it was for him. But by the power of compounding and consistency, he's able to show up and become something big in life. So currently he's a software developer that works for an Israeli company. He earns in foreign currency. The people who called him Olodo then didn't realize that his decision to start compounding knowledge is going to pay off for him in the nearest future. Now, the same principle applies when it comes to finance. Actually, the principle was actually from finance that people transfer to other parts of their life. So let's move on to the next slide. I'll still come back to the concept of compounding because I feel like if you can understand it and appreciate the minor things that you see, the little money that comes in now, and you cultivate the habit of always seeing money and knowing that there are things you need to do with money, and one of it is to save it. We'll still come to those conversations. So we're talking about financial intelligence. So we all know what IQ is, which is the normal intelligence we use for our books and all like that. Many of us will still talk about EQ, which is emotional intelligence. But there's another part of it which is financial intelligence. And the funny thing is that most of the problems we have in our life is caused by lack of money. And some people, the problem they have is because they have plenty money. And that is why we are not talking about having plenty money or having lack of money. We are talking about how to use money, knowing how money works. Have you ever seen someone that had money before and all of a sudden is broke? Have you seen someone that is making, let me give you an example, making 1 million naira and doesn't have savings, and you see somebody that is making 150,000 naira and is building house? What is the difference between those two people? The basic difference between them is they knowing how money works. They understanding that money is not a good master, but is a good servant. If you understand money, you're able to put money in its place. So money, making good decision with what you have, is the second thing you have to understand about financial intelligence. You must be able to make wise decisions. So when you have 5,000 naira, how do you spend 5,000 naira? What determines what you do with it? Do you just go to where they play PlayStation and you play everything out, or you enter, mama puts and just eat and you say YOLO, we only live once? Actually, we live every day, we only die once. So if you don't die that day, you're in soup, because you are living like you will die tomorrow. And let me give you a biblical reference. The difference between um, Esau and Jacob is what I'm talking about. The ability to think of not just now, but the future. So Esau was basically just thinking of now. That's why he could not delay gratification. He just had to eat. And many of us are living the life of Esau now, just always in the present. We never think of the future. And there's a law which I will still talk about very soon. Let me just move fast on that. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Happy to hear that. My screen is frozen. So avoid making mistakes others make. How many of you have seen someone that is doing well, very, very well, and all of a sudden they lose their job and their life go down and they cannot pick themselves up again? And we see somebody else that lose their job and they're able to pick themselves up. Many of the times, the difference is financial intelligence, the ability to use to plan for the inevitable. And at your level, I will not be talking about so many deep stuff. I will just be teaching you the fundamentals that can help you. Testimony, you are calling me and it's distracting me. Is there something you want to communicate?
Oh, sorry, that's a mistake. Sorry. I didn't see that.
Okay. You called me like twice now. Okay. Okay. So avoid mistakes others make when it comes to money. Yorubas will say that the money that a child first make, he will use it to buy akara. The equivalent of akara today will be pizza, it will be coke, or any other thing you like to do. But I don't want it to be that child that will make their first money that will indulge in some things. The earlier you start, the faster you compound. The faster you get to that place where you are at the point of convenience as a young person. And one thing I've realized in talking to young people is that if you talk to a young person like the young person is a young person, the person behaves like a young person, you understand what I'm saying? But if you try to talk to a young person like the person is an adult, like the person has a mind of their own, they rise to that standard. And I feel like everybody on this call, even though you are young, you are not stupid. Can you get? Even though you are young, you are wise. Even though you are young, you have a sense of purpose and a sense of the fact that you have to do, for you to even join this call, even if somebody forced you to join it, there is a sense in which you have an understanding of the fact that there's something about my life that is just beyond eating, playing, and roaming around. So I can give you an example of young people that have changed the world. Very, very young people at a very tender age, their decision shapes the world in a sense. So building habits that help you to grow money over time. So the goal now is not for you to become a millionaire before you are 20. That is not what we are here to do on this call. But it's to set you on a path in which you can steadily cultivate the habits. So what many people will say is that when I become a millionaire, I'll start saving. The sad thing is that you can ask people who are millionaires. If you don't learn to save before you start having money, you will not save when you start having money. Your needs will grow, or your lifestyle will grow with your income. So if you used to enter keke before, when you start having money, you start entering Uber. If you used to enter Uber, when you start having money, you buy car. If you bought a Corolla before, when you have some kind of money, you realize that Corolla is a stain on your personality. You want an SUV. And I know someone said, no, me, I will not change. I tell you, I'm in your shoes, you will change. Your needs or your spending habits will grow in proportion of your income. You realize that pure water is not good for your health. It's stable water you should be taking. You realize that there's some things that you do that you will stop doing. the moment money starts coming. So if you think you will not change, you are lying to yourself, because the people in your midst, they will not be able to go and eat in Yakoyo again. Yeah, they won't go to Yakoyo. They will say, no, we can't be going there to go and eat. And you want to be the one that will not say, no, it's Yakoyo me Ogudo, because you need friends in the stage of life you want to be. And let's say you can even go to Yakoyo, you get to the point in which you want to get married and talk to a woman, and she has never been to Yakoyo in her life. So you are forced to upgrade. And some of you is Chicken Republic you want to go to. You don't know there are more restaurants that are more expensive than Chicken Republic. Some people will tell you that Chicken Republic food is trash. You might be very comfortable with at the stage you are now. But there's a point in which you get to that your appetite will change. But you have to cultivate the habits now. That the first person you pay is yourself. Is actually yourself. Oh, many of you might not know what Yakoyo means. For the non-Yoruba speakers here, Yakoyo is all these mama puts, all these, just enter somewhere and get to eat. So where does money come from? Now let's quickly look at where we get money from. This will be a very fast one. Where does money come from? So for many of us, money comes from allowance. We go to school, they give us money to go to school, to buy biscuits, to buy drinks. For some of us in university, you get monthly allowance, weekly allowance, to meet your needs. Some of you get gifts, an uncle comes, give you money, or you tax them. You know how to enter into people's DM and harass them into giving you money. Some of you do that. Some of us, some of our streams of income is small jobs or personal skill. You clean for people, they give you money. You help a neighbor out, run errands for them, they give them money. Some of you are smart enough, you are designing already. You're designing, you're creating content, social media management, and all like that. Don't worry. So you sell items, you are teaching younger people, you are making money from that. Some of you are doing that, and some of you are creating some value for people. That's how we get to make money. So money is aimed by providing value. So it has to be at the back of your mind that that's the way to make money. Everything I listed above now, the first three things, okay, maybe giving gifts is not creating value. But even someone will give you gifts, you must actually look like someone that they can give gifts. If they know that you go and use the money to smoke a go, they will not give you money. But if you know that you're well behaved, they can still consider and say, okay, let's give this person gifts and all like that. So let's talk about needs and wants, which is very important also in this conversation we are talking about. Let's talk about testimony. Is my time up now?
No, sir. Please, sir, could you present in slideshow? Some of us can't really see the screen properly. Is it possible, sir?
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, I can't do that. So the concept of need and want is that anytime you want to buy something, you can either want to buy it or need to buy it. So there are two categories for everything we spend on. So there are things we classify as wants. They are good to have. And there are things we classify as needs. So look at this now. Things you have to live well with. So things you must have to live well. Like many of us will agree that food is things we need to, to live well. Maybe except for PKJ that doesn't need food to live well. But many of us, we need food to live well. We need transportation to live well. We can't be trekking. Sure you get. Some of us are in school. We need school items to live well. We need data, probably for assignments, to live well. We need some basic things, and they are very important. If we don't, our quality of life is going to drop drastically. Those are what we classify as needs. Now, there are things you now enjoy. There are things you like. There are things that are good. So we have food for wants. We have snacks for food for need. We have snacks for need for wants. So you've eaten already. You are full, but you still feel like snacking on something. That is a want. You have shoe, but there's still That's this is how you know I'm old. But there's still a Timberland wear. I don't know the trending shoe now, but there's still a Timberland wear that you don't need. Or there's a Trekkers. I really feel bad that I don't know the trendy things that that really kind of that make you a cool kid, that makes you a cool person, that makes people feel like, oh, nice, 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 and all like that. So, you want to buy a game, you need a PS5. You know, you want to play FIFA, you need a new phone, and all like that. Those can be categorized as wants. Those are things that you need as against things that you want. So let's also move quickly because of our time. So, three things you can do with money. And I want you to note this. Very, very important. When you have money, if you have 5,000 naira today, there are three things you can do with it. One is that you can save it. And I want you to write down that down. And when you save it, you can call it you are paying yourself. So anytime you have money, the first person you want to pay is yourself. It's ironic, like paying yourself is not you eating now, entering mama put and just, lavish spending. If that is your nickname, you are not doing fine. Say, that guy is lavish. If that is what they call you in school or wherever you are not a wise person. You are not a wise person at all. So the first person you want to pay is yourself. You want to save a portion of every money you get. And underline the word every money that you can see on the slide. Every money you get, you want to save a portion of it. And like I said before, saving is not for the rich. So how much am I even making? I can't save out of it. I will ask you that if you save it, if you spend all the money, will it be enough? Then don't spend everything. So if you spend it, it will not be enough. Don't spend everything. Save a portion of it. Now, this is not on the slide, but I want you to take note of it. There are two reasons why you save. The first is for emergency. The other is to build a future. Now, things can happen that you didn't plan for, but you have savings that is able to cater for it. God forbid you are walking by the roadside and you go and jam the person selling raw egg, and they owed you by your jugular or by your shokoto, and they are saying that you need to pay. I think you can. I'm sorry. Please give me 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute.
Right. Please, after this session, we'll be having the Q&A session and feedback. So kindly endeavor to put down your questions so that we can ask Mr. Mide after his presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Testimony, for that. So, you can't, what was I saying? Yeah, you can save for emergency. Things happen. You jamming omelette, the person selling egg, is never something you put in your timeline and say that today, or you going by the road and your sandals cuts. You don't plan for those things. You didn't set out a part of your allowance and say, this is what I want. I want it to do to solve problem. Or let me go a bit higher. Or your parents have, maybe electricity issue. Light is not just on in the house and they need to bring an electrician. They didn't plan for that. That's an emergency. You must have plans for those things. Or somebody fell sick, in a sense. So you save to be able to have things to cover for that. If I'm in a more bigger class, I will talk about strategy you can put in place to even make sure that what you are saving for doesn't need to cover for emergency. So you see people have HMO for medical emergency. You people see people have insurance for sudden things that can happen, like even the loss of your phone. Many of you don't know that you can insure your phone and your laptops. Anything that can take money from you, there is a financial strategy that can help you to plan for those things. So I was like, it just happened to me. No, you can make plans for it. Now imagine nothing happens to you because you pray, because that's what some people will say. Me, I will pray and no evil will happen to me. Let's not even say nothing will happen to you. Now you have money that you can use to save for the future, which is one of the reasons why we get to save money. Let's move fast because of our time. Now, the second thing you can do for money is to spend. Do with money. What you can do with money is to spend. So when we say spend, you have to spend wisely. So your goal is not to spend. The goal of money in your hand is not to spend. The goal of money in your hand is to save. Then the second one is to save. So it's only after you finish saving that you now start spending on your needs. Notes on your needs. You're not looking at me like, are you a wicked person? Should I now not spend on my want again? Are you saying I cannot eat snacks again? You can ask me the question how you can now manage your finances when it comes to wants. You can still have wants. I still spend on my wants. I'm not coming here to do holier than thou that no, it's only just the important things that no. So but you have to spend wisely. And the third thing you can do with money is to grow it. So the first thing I say we can do with money is to save it. The second thing I say we can do with money is to spend it. Why the third thing you can do with money is to grow it. Now, growing it is a skill you will keep learning over time. So money can work for you. There's a point in which you now get to, and that is where it is important to save. If you don't save, you can't grow. It is the money you have that you can grow. Like, let me tell you, when you start making money and you start saving money, there are opportunities that will come to you that you can take advantage of. Even as a young person, like if you buy, how much is, I think Access Bank shares is 23 naira. If you buy 10 now, that's 230 naira. In the next 1 year, that 230 naira can become 500 naira. But that is not even the big deal. In 10 years, that 210 naira, 30 naira can become a million naira if you understand how stocks works very well. But we are not here to talk about stocks. We are here to focus more on the principle of saving for growth. But if there's nothing you are saving for, that you are just living from hand to mouth, one is you are not able to grow yourself. You are not able to move really well in life. You just live all your life paying bills. Everything you'll be doing is just paying bills, different kind of bills. But now that you don't have any bill, nobody is asking you for money. Nobody is waiting for you to come and contribute to some things. Many of you are dependent on people for money. This is the best time to learn it. So the first thing you can do with money is to save it. The second thing you can do with money is to spend it. The third thing you can do is to grow it. So you can grow money by buy small things to resell. So you can look at what people are buying around you. So if you see your friends are always eating biscuits, probably it's time for you to start selling biscuits. If you see that there's something that people buy, they buy data, you can go and buy data in bulk and sell to people. Look for something and start doing small business. There's small investment now. Now, don't be greedy. Don't try to turn 1 to 1 million now. And I'm begging you, you will learn. You will study, you will learn, you will grow in these things, and you'll be able to make big investments later on in future. But focus more on the small investment. If you see mutual fund, put your 5K there. The first time I would do mutual fund, it was maybe like 30K or 30K or thereabout I put, and every month I was putting it there. When I was going to withdraw the money, I withdrew around 360,000 naira. Then, this is more than 10 years ago. Now, how to grow your money is to have skills that can give you income. This is the time to invest in skills now. Because one of the way of investing is not just investing in things, is investing in your own self. So investing in yourself is a financial decision. So if you decide to register for any of Tentacoos classes now and learn a test skill, you learn, a digital skill, and in the future, you get to earn more. You get to increase your income stream as a person. So let's move quickly. Now, let's talk about budgeting. Now, we talk about spending. Now, because we need to spend, we cannot afford but to spend. There must be a way in which we spend. So budgeting is the act of planning how to spend. So budgeting is telling you where your money is going instead of wondering where it disappeared. How many of us here on this call, they giving money to, and you are wondering that did I lose money? Show is son on me, did somebody steal my money? But you actually spent it. Put it in the chat. Let me know if you ever felt like, why is money always disappearing in my hands? The reason why it's always disappearing is because you don't plan for it. Every penny you have, you can actually track and plan for it. So the simple budget formula I want to give to you is that you have your income, you have your savings, and you have your spending plan. So you have the money you've planned that, okay, this is how much I have. You are recording it. Uncle Wale gave me 10,000 naira. Write it down. Somebody paid for my TPE. Write it down. Their incomes for you. I sold this and I made money from it. Write it down. Then you have your savings. You are writing down your savings. If you Google budgeting template now, you see a whole lot online that you can download. I even print out and write those things down or use it virtually. So when you have that, and the last part is your spending plan. What do you want to spend on? So look at it. Oh, I need to buy data. Write it. I need to do this. Write it. So you do the whole thing and be able to plan. You use your income to plan your savings and your spending plan. So there's one thing that we used to do. We call it impulsive buying. Okay, I think we'll get there. Let's move on. So let's talk about avoiding money mistakes. So these are basic mistakes you want to make. Yeah.
Hello, sir. You have about 5 minutes more.
Okay, so let me run. So mistakes you have to avoid as a young person when it comes to money. One is impulsive spending. Nothing, not except it's an emergency, except somebody is dying. Do you just spend money without planning? So let me give you an example. I went to the supermarket of recent. I needed to buy my liquid soap that I used to wash my dishes. I wanted to buy two things, liquid soap and one other thing is for my kitchen. But when I got there, as I was walking, I was like, these people have some new stock. So, and I was looking at it, but because over time I've exercised myself in such a way that I don't just see things that I like and buy. So I wrote it down. I just wrote it on my phone that, next time I will plan to buy this. Next time I will plan to buy this. It helps you. It helps you to be able to cultivate a level of discipline and put an appetite to your throat. That you are not the younger brother of Esau. That because of whatever is imminent, you are selling your birthright, in a sense. So, and don't buy to impress. See, rich people, I would have shown you the picture of Elon Musk, the picture of Mark Zuckerberg. Some of you wear more expensive clothes than these rich people. They don't care. They practically don't care about many of the things you care about. Okay, I'll just pack properly. So don't buy to impress. Don't do anything that you are not capable of. Even if you want them. I'm not even trying to say that you cannot desire good things. You cannot, but if you are not something, trying to be like that person is not the goal. So the goal is not to look rich. The goal is to be rich. Somebody might want to write that down. The goal is not to look rich. You want to actually have the money in your pocket. So buying to impress is trying to look rich. So I don't want to look poor. But you are poor. The easiest example I give to people is like people who want to try to get married and put their best foot forward. They take loan. They say they don't want to be ashamed. But after the wedding day that they use Land Rover to drive couple, the couple will take keke. Sure, people will not see them taking the keke and the bike. I'm not saying that you should not, put your best at it, but don't do it to the extreme of trying to impress people. Not saving anything at all. Please, no matter how small it is, decide on the percentage you want to save on. And you're young people. When I was at many of this age, I save as much as 50%, more than 50% of what I get, because my feeding is covered, Many of the things I have is covered, so I can get to invest in my future. So my saving capacity was massive, really massive. So many of the people on this call that are married, they won't be able to save that much, and that is why you have to start now and start saving heavily. Then don't borrow for once. Don't go to OPay and borrow money because you are hungry, or borrow data. Don't. Never. The only reason why you should ever consider borrowing your life is if you want to start a business. No, start a business. I take that back. Is if you want to expand a business. You've been doing the business is doing well. That is the only reason why rich people borrow money. They've tested an idea, is making them money. So if I can make 10,000 from this, if I borrow 100,000, I can make 1 million naira for me. That is why rich people borrow money. They don't borrow money to buy greater. They don't borrow money to go and do ashwebi. They don't borrow money for those things. So don't borrow for once. My time is up, right? Testimony.
2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes, sir.
2 minutes. So
Yes.
then stop following trends. It is not all trends. It's not all designer wears that you see. There are things you'll be able to afford in the future. For the ladies here, not all wigs are yours now. Say the wig must bounce, it must bounce. It doesn't have to bounce now. Your adimole is fine. See, your future is going to be bright. You'll be able to afford those things and decide whether you want it or not. But this is not the time to follow trends. If you are following trends, you are the younger brother of Esau. I've told you the story of Esau and Jacob. Esau's mistake was he was looking at the present. He was not intelligent to know that he can delay gratification, and whatever he's looking for, he will get in the future. Hunger will pass, but you don't want your future to pass with hunger. You don't want to negotiate your future with your present. So letting friends pressure you, oh yeah, we need to go to Kiniko. No, you don't need to go anywhere. You practically don't need to. Later on, you will get to enjoy whatever it is. So avoid making these money mistakes. So I need to run now. I guess my time is up. So why money? Okay, I think I've already saw. So there are ways in which you can make money. I think I've already said some things that you can earn, grow your money. So you can sell snacks and accessories. So you can make all these wristbands. If you don't know how to, you can learn how to do it. You know, make wristband, make beads. I see young people do crocheting now, and people are buying crocheting for big prices now. You know, testimony, just give me some few minutes to round up. Graphic design, you can do designs. You know, you can learn how to make design. That means you might want to register with Tentacoos and learn how to make designs. Designs are in high need. Same thing with video editing. I think the people I'm working with as video content creators are more of teenagers now. Content creation is on the list. You know, you can help your neighbors and help them with chores and collect your money. You can learn how to make money now so that you can start saving money for yourself. So phone charging services.
Look.
Okay, sir. So phone charging services, you can resell items. Social media management for small businesses. Your auntie is selling wig. You can volunteer to help her manage her business for some prizes, for some tokens. You can create content. Any small thing you're already posting on TikTok, maybe it's time for you to start making money from that. You know how to edit videos. You can switch from one garment to the other and all like that. But you've now learned that fact that you can actually render those as services to people. You can teach your younger ones and make money out of it. Let me stop here now. And take questions. Let me see if some of our questions will help me reiterate some of the things I would have loved to talk about. Our time is really fast spent. Okay, so let's have